It's friggin' nice. So pretty. What's up everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Manders and this is my channel. We talk about a lot of makeup and skincare, sometimes nail polish. We have the occasional unboxing, but I almost always drop something. So if you're interested in any of those things, please stick around and hang out with us. Today we are ranking the last 11 eyeshadow palettes that I've used. I didn't do my monthly roundup like I usually do, so these are kind of over the last 2 months. Well, these are definitely over the last 2 months. The only ones I didn't include are these fun little ColourPop eyeshadow quads, and that is because I'm going to film a separate video telling you what I think about these eyeshadow quads. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna go from least favorite to my most favorite of the last 11 eyeshadow palettes that I have used over the last 2 months. So if you're interested in any of those things, please make sure you stick around. So first things first is these two are kind of tied at the bottom, and it's because I didn't really, I don't know. This one is the Honey palette. I used it today for today's look. I've actually had this in my collection for a really long time and I never really used it until now. I did only use one shade. It's a nice yellow shade. It's just, I know that this isn't a palette that I reach for on the regular. I've had it in my collection for over a year and I think this is the first time I've ever used it. I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do with this palette. I like it because it's a yellow palette and I like that I have it as an option, but I just don't know if I should keep it. So that's at the bottom, and then right beside it is this one by Ace Beauty. This is the Grand Wa palette. There's nothing, I don't not like this palette, but I don't need this palette necessarily, and I don't reach for this palette at all. I did film a video with it. I did a shop my stash with it, but to be honest, it didn't wow me at all. There's really nothing about this that made me think, hey, I should keep that. This is going in the declutter pile. I don't always declutter eyeshadow when I do these types of videos, but this month I definitely have to. This one is just one of those. I'm gonna see if maybe one of my nieces wants it, one of my sisters, one of my friends. No, I don't love it. Then next up, I did use the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop one time. I don't not like this palette, I just don't reach for it, so that's why it's not closer to the front of the pile. But it is a nice pretty palette. It has it though that I'm never going to use. These two glitter shades are never going to get used. I may just pop them out and give them to somebody that I know will use them. I'm thinking of doing that with all of my glitters like that, because I really don't use them ever. I don't not like this palette, but I do need to keep using it to decide whether or not I'm going to keep it in my collection. It's definitely not going in the declutter pile yet, but I just don't know. It's just not one of my favorites. I liked it though. It wasn't terrible. Then we have this bad boy. This is the It's All Good palette from ColourPop. I wanted this palette for so long, and I do not regret buying it at all because I do still like it. But I felt like I was gonna use it more when I first got it, and I really haven't used it more than once. It is such a pretty palette though. The pinks, the neutrals, there's some purples, there's really nice shimmer shades in here. I only used it once, so it's not at the top of my list of favorite palettes that I've used, but it's not, I don't hate it. This was out of stock for what feels like forever. So when it went back in stock, I didn't think twice before I ordered it. They have 5 of these 30 pan palettes now. I have 3 of them. They did just release a new one. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really like it, but I do like this one. I really do need to make myself use this. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a multiple looks one palette probably this week. Maybe with this one, if I have the energy. I have not been filming a lot lately. I'm sorry. It's a nice palette though, but it's funny because now that ColourPop has like these quads, I'm like, buy a quad, don't buy this. There's so many colors in here I might not use. I'm gonna try and use them all. Should I do a video where I use every color from a 30 pan palette, like film as many looks as I can? Would you be interested in that? It might be a little bit longer, but I think I'd be okay with filming that for sure. Then we have this one. This is the Nostalgia palette from Ace Beauty. I did film a 2 looks 1 palette with this. It's really pretty. I like it. I like the formula of their matte shades. They are really nice. I do not particularly care for these glitter shades that much, but the matte shades are gonna keep it in my collection. Plus it has a full-size mirror, so that's awesome. This color right here, oh my friggin' God. So pretty, so nice, I love it. This Moira Cosmetics Dreamscapes palette. This is an all matte palette. This came to me in a subscription box a while ago. I am always looking at it thinking, maybe I don't need this. Maybe I don't want to keep that. Maybe I'm going to get rid of it. And then I use it and I'm like, no, I like it. For a colorful palette, this has probably been used more than any of the other palettes in my collection. I really like the formula of these shadows. This color Cool Cat is just very unique to my collection as well. And this color here, called Mine. So I'm definitely gonna keep this in my collection. They just released a whole bunch of new palettes from Moira Cosmetics and I want all of them. Should I get them? No. Should I dupe them? Yes. Please let me know in the comments below. Would you like to see me dupe new palettes? This is a dupe that palette look and I really enjoyed filming it, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep doing that. Please let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. Then we do have the Love in London palette from BH Cosmetics. This is just a favorite palette of mine. If you're new here, you don't know, I love BH Cosmetics. They're awesome. Go there, check out their eyeshadows. They're amazing. I love them. I talk about them all the time. This is just a really pretty palette. I really like the shimmers. I like that there is a dark purple shimmer. There's a dark blue shimmer. There is a black shade. There are some nice browns. It's just a really nice palette. I like it. It makes me happy. I use this once. I reach for this on like simple makeup days. The quality for the price of these is, you can't beat it. Like you really can't. I think it's on sale right now for like $8. So great. And then we have the So Jaded palette from ColourPop. This is the Kathleen Lights collaboration. I have used this twice. I really like it. I'm starting to, I think I need to love it a little bit more. I really like the color story of this palette. I think I'm going to do the same thing that I would do for the It's All Good palette. I'm going to film as many looks as I can with this palette, so that might take me some time, but in the meantime, it's friggin' nice. I like it a lot. I did use it, I think 2 times. Definitely keeping this one. The only thing is I wish that these had a mirror. If it has a mirror, I'm gonna like it more, 100%. Just makes me happy when when eyeshadow palettes have mirrors. Also use the Avocado Toast palette. This is from BH Cosmetics as well. So this is also their square pan palettes. I've used this twice and I like it. It's a really nice green palette, but there are some neutral shades as well. It's very nice. Very, very, very nice. I need to film with this one as well. I haven't filmed a video designated to this, but it is on my list. And then second last, so I have 2 more to go. So this one is the Midas Cosmetics High Times palette. Surprise, surprise. I've talked about it in all of my recent eyeshadow palette videos. I used it last month, not this month. It is just one of my favorite palettes at the moment. I can't get enough of it. It is so stinking pretty. I love it. This shade Jelly Bean is my favorite right here. So good. I love this palette so much. That's why it is number 2. And I only use this once, but I seem to almost every single month I'm like, I'm gonna use that again because it's like my favorite palette right now. And last but definitely not least, this is my top palette of the month. This was the Emerald palette from BH Cosmetics. This was the Birthstone palette for the month of May. It does come with a full-size mirror and it comes with 7 shades. I really like the color story of this. The only thing I don't like about it is this glitter shade right here. I'll never ever use that. I do, however, still like it. All the other shades are great. I do like that this shade Emerald is bigger than the rest because that's really the prettiest shade in the whole world. Like, there it is. It's so stinking nice. I love it. And that is it. So those are my 11 palettes ranked. Surprise, surprise, the top 3 are green palettes. That doesn't surprise me at all. Green is my favorite. I love green. Really happy about that. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any of these products, if you love any of these products, if you hate any of these products. I really do like knowing what you guys don't like. It's very interesting. Not everyone likes the same things. Different makeup works out different for different people. Skin types vary. There's a lot of different contributing factors. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I absolutely love sitting down with you guys, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. And bye for now. Doesn't have a mirror either. Drives me a little crazy. I have a list of all the things I plan to film, but then I always forget.